Salut, I'm Fee, and welcome to my part of the internet in the intimity of my bedroom. Today I was planning to procrastinate a lot. I started my morning by getting myself into a burrito in my bed, having breakfast while watching A Fabulous Destin, Les Menus Poulains. After that, I was very inspired and I decided that I would get dressed and start filming things. This is what I'm doing right now. I can get accustomed to the camera and being filmed.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
I didn't have nothing planned, but there's something I wanted to do for a while, because you know, I've been having a problem with buying sketchbooks and not working on them. You know, I have a few lying there among other books that haven't been touched by any art or any sketches of any kind. I'm always kind of waiting for, you know, the right purpose for each book. I have the same issue with notebooks, literally. I have two huge notebooks that I bought during one of my travels to Salem, Massachusetts. And guess what? They are just there collecting dust. I can't get myself to do something with them. Eventually maybe, but not the case right now. Let me show you. Handmade sketchbooks. That's a lot of sketchbook. I have this one that I worked on Inktober 2 years ago, I think. Time has passed by so much. And I have a bad habit of not dating my things, my art or whatever, so sometimes it's hard to remember when it was done. So this is a handmade sketchbook that I done myself with an old book. It was the English Poems of Milton, so it's a poetry book, and there was handwritten notes in the you know, the first page, so I decided to keep them. So yeah, so I have a couple of Inktovers, and as much of my Inktober I haven't completed it. Like, I have sketches, but they are not worked with ink. I still have like 3 signet of blank pages. There's one I need to complete. This was my very first attempt of doing a handmade sketchbook, I think. And it was inspired by junk journals. You're into making your own sketchbooks and stuff. Pretty sure you know what junk journaling is. Oh my god, it's all glued together. So I have like it was kind of a paper bag of some sort. There's a quill here, or a quill pen. I have a few things, mostly cutouts from other pages where I have done sketches, printouts of originals. I have so many types of paper in that book, it's not even funny, but I don't have any watercolor paper. So I have like parchment paper that I bought someday in my life. I have normal like sheet that I tea stained, I think. I'm not even sure what I did with it. I have, I think it's handmade paper. It's a kind of handmade paper with flower petals in it that I tea stained. It's very wobbly. So many pages to complete. I don't know what I'll do with it. Another one that I made, it's pretty much duct tape in, because I don't know what happened with the covers. They just snapped at some points. I kind of worked not that much in this one. So yeah, I have this one that I'll eventually need to complete. I have that Mary Poppins one. When I saw the listing, oh my god, I just couldn't resist. I needed that book. It's my second book from Sketchbook Co-Shop. I have completed one. Oh, this one is untouched. Very nice watercolor paper in it. Since it's Mary Poppins in the park, I was maybe thinking of using it for landscape study that I never did. I don't like painting or drawing landscape, but you know, I need to go back to the basics. I think working on that landscape is very, very, very important in my art path. So I think this one will maybe be used for that. And I have this one. It's a custom made one from a book of Edgar Allan Poe. I love it so much. It's so pretty. It's so pretty that I just don't want to mess it up. And I thought this one could be very interesting to use for portraits, painting, and portrait study, because this is something that I'm very, very greatly lacking. I think like I managed okay cartoony style, like my Merlin platypus. I can insert that kind of style. I think I manage fine. Could be better, true, but I think I manage fine. But when it comes to realistic or even semi-realistic, I'm lacking so much skills. And even in colors, I hated coloring my stuff when I was a kid. I hated it. I hate it. Like coloring things, oh my god, it was, I don't know why. It's just, maybe I felt overwhelmed by it, or I hated coloring things. So I started painting with watercolor like 4 years ago. I started like using watercolor really around that time, and getting familiar with colors. Now that I don't know my color theory, it's when I really started enjoying working with colors. And recently I started gouache, like recently, like a few days ago, when I really said, you know, I gotta get the hang of gouache. I love watercolor and the flow it gets. There's something about gouache that I really need to incorporate in my work. Ultimately, if I could just get comfortable enough with gouache and work with watercolors and gouache together, and I think I could achieve interesting things. But yeah, this baby, this beautiful baby. I think I'm gonna turn this into a portrait sketchbook, and yet again, I need to start working on this soon. So the deal is, well, I was thinking about having you tag along while I work on those, baby. I'm filming this on August. I don't know what date we are. I think we are the 23rd, and I'm looking for an isophone, but it's with what I'm filming on. So yeah, that's why I can find it. And now I look like a fool. So yeah, we are in August 2021. I'm filming this intro. Really long intro today. And I'm gonna film the outro when I have completed. Let's start with one sketchbook, okay? Let's start with one. Let the journey begin.
Thank you so much for watching up till the end. You're awesome. And if you feel like hanging out, you can subscribe if you'd like. You can also find me on Instagram and Patreon at followthyBlackCat. Same as here on YouTube. So yeah, thanks a lot again for watching and I'll see you around. Bye!